Welcome to a Celtic State of Mind's Quadruple Treble Charity Weekender. I'm Paul John Dykes, and I'm delighted to be here this morning. We're going to be here over the entire weekend. We're on for 12 hours. We're on from 8 till 8 today, and we have a whole host of Celtic shows, Celtic podcasts, Celtic fans, clubs, charities, and we are raising money for 4 charities this weekend. At the moment, we're already over the £10,000 mark, and let me tell you, I've got Tony Coleman joining us from Celtic Craic. Good morning, Tony. How are you?
A very good morning to you, Paul John. How are things with you this morning?
Oh, listen, I'm just delighted that you're here to open up this charity weekender. Could you just tell us who you are and where you're broadcasting from?
We're broadcasting from Belfast, Ireland. We started the Celtic Craic at the start of lockdown because the new supporters weren't getting their Celtic fix. So what we did, we came in and played all the songs of hope and joy, and we just taught Celtic. And when we started off our Celtic Craic for just, as I say, to bring the fans together, give a wee bit more information of what we were hearing at the start. Then as the weeks rolled on, we knew we were playing football. We started reaching out to a few players, and well, it came in abundance. Declan got to introduce some of his heroes, and it's been a great thing for his confidence and everything. He could do this with his eyes closed now. He's doing great out of it.
It's brilliant, Declan and Tony, and I'm really looking forward to your show. You've got an hour to open up the Celtic State of Mind Quadruple Treble Charity Weekender. I'm going to take a back seat, and it's over to you guys, and I'll be back to you in about an hour's time, okay?
Thank you. Paul John, you're an absolute legend. Loving your stuff as well. So, Dex, here we go. It's Scottish Cup final weekend. We're all getting excited now. Tomorrow is the big day that we can make world history.
How are you feeling?
Personally, myself, yeah, I'm feeling all right now. Of course, the wobble was there a few weeks ago. We were a little bit on edge.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down the road of saying anything negative, because it is positivity all the way this weekend.
It's an important weekend. I think we'll be the first team ever to do quad travel.
Yeah. This will be world history. I don't think any other team, well, I know any other team in the world hasn't done it yet.
Oh, but I'm back in ours at the minute. I'd say I'd be less confident if I don't get them 2 wins over our belt, but feeling a bit more confident as the team's going forward, and they're more professional in their last 2 performances. Yeah, and the only thing getting into the game tomorrow, it's essential that we don't bring passengers with us. We're here to talk about it. We've learned, hopefully, needs learned as a lesson. Judging by his press conference yesterday, I hope so. And he does say there, well, after the Kilmarnock game, he says, people who got this there should start. And then he's contradicted himself yesterday and says, no room for sentimentality. So that tells me a certain person who we've all been talking about will be starting tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah. Well, which is a do nothing. We've talked about the 2-hat mentality. Okay, if any of us haven't tuned into any of the stuff we have done over lockdown, please go on to YouTube. The interviews are all there with those players we've done. As I say, we're trying to keep it positive during lockdown, so we interviewed them about their Celtic career. So good look at it. Packy Butler, Tom Boyd, Paddy McCourt, Jim Miller, Frank McIntyre, Anton Rogan, Paul Byrne. Yeah, and we even got one of the local Belfast guys that play for Celtic, Paddy McNally. And he gave us an insight what it was like for young kids from Belfast. They actually up sticks, moved to Glasgow, and play a bit of football over there, and hard much it was the kid to leave Belfast and miss home, and it gave us a whole rundown. So it was great for young kids that had listened to that back a few months ago, and imagine what it's like actually to leave home and try and take a professional career. And he gave a great insight into what to do, and he played alongside Callum McGregor, KT. Yeah. Told us some great stories about which way KT gets selected into the squad, and so get in there. The interviews are all on YouTube if you want to get a watch of them. So you know what we'll do? We'll give Paul John's
State of Mind, a wee insight of how we travel here from Belfast, and what a typical day is to go to a Celtic match. And touch wood, we get there before the end of the season. Things are not looking good, but at least we're playing football. Our day starts around about 5 a.m. in the morning for a 3 o'clock message, a 3 o'clock kickoff.
You don't have to pick up, to be honest.
Yeah, plus, so we would start up maybe up out of bed 5 a.m. in the morning. We have to travel around about a mile to our pickup point. We'd be down there around about 6:15. You would say pickup points in the morning now. Then the bus would go around and pick up all over Belfast. There's many supporters clubs here in Belfast, loads of them. So it's quite busy in the morning. You see all the buses coming down to pick everyone up. And that would be us all picked up and shipped down to the harbour. So that we get to the Stena line that takes us over to Quadruple, and that's around about
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah. So that would get us in around about 10 to 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. On any given morning. So we pull into there, and it's the 2 hour journey. We hope 2 hours because you never know the traffic around about Glasgow. Gets us into the Velodrome car park for around about 12, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. And then it's from that on.
Yeah, and then no, I mean, I'm the Celtic dad. He's the son. So he would say to me now, I used to take him by the hand, and now he just says to me, I built up the association. He's away up by all the Green Brigaders, all the chanters, and you're away up to that direction. And I'm away up to the Five Ways.
Celtic Battle.
Celtic Battle, you know. And we've been doing that for the last few years. So, Dax, what about thinking about lineups for?
Yeah, we went through this yesterday and we had a complete identical team. We'll just go through and talk about everyone very individually. I think we've settled on 4-2-3-1. It seems to be what we're going back to, plus 3-5-2 ultimately. As much as it was class for January to March period until lockdown, it's ultimately failed this season. So it has, we haven't been as convincing as we were last season. So we went back to the 4-2-3-1. And I think in goal, it might be a controversial decision, but I've gone with Conor Hazard just starting to go after the last 2 games. I just think he deserves it. And he's been so commanding as this Barkas hasn't been commanded for me, nor has been.
Yeah.
And, you know, he just does everything, right? He hasn't faced like a decent amount of shots. I think he had the slice from the lead boy when he was through on goal. Probably should have scored but he saved that one. And the point blank from the corner against Kilmarnock. But he coming out for crosses and he was catching it, and his distribution was amazing as well. So
you look out for the commandment of the area, and he does. He commands his whole area, and it instills a bit of belief in our centre halves.
Yeah, and looks like the centre halves do like him because let's see Julian taking under his arm and saying, or well, he played in Kilmarnock game.
So that's a very big positive, getting Conor Hazard. He's a Cliftonville youth player from. It would be a team that we would support here in Belfast. I'm sure most of us are probably familiar with Cliftonville. We did draw them in the Champions League a few years ago. To much acclaim from all over the city, but it was a great draw for both clubs. And brothers, they are. So we've done Conor. Right back. Go for it. I'm not sure you keep a note of these.
Yeah, Christopher Ayer, I think should go to right back. I think ever since the league game, especially with David Turnbull's goal, just his runs down the right hand side. You always see it from centre half. Ayer coming out and going on these mazy runs and he makes things happen. But from the right hand side, he seems to be doing it more because he has that freedom. The road down there and not be exposed at the back. So yeah, Christopher Ayer at right back.
Oh, without a doubt. Seeing him play that role, and you forever scream at the TV screen, knowing he gets it, like 6-4 yards of space around him. You go, go on, just run through that defence because when he does do it, he does frighten.
I'm not saying that they're on the level with each other, but Virgil always used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
With us, and Ayer does the same, but Virgil always used to score even, I think.
Yeah, but I think his confidence took him back the time he got the injury, the facial injury, and I think his confidence is starting to rebuild again. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, he's a starter tomorrow, barring any injury.
The two centre halves, I think I'll start off with the most obvious one, Chris Julian. Go on there.
Yes,
Very commanding figure, big. You know, I would say he's the third vice captain at Celtic now, so would.
Yeah,
leadership skills are up there now, and you know, very popular figure with the fans now with what he's done so far.
Yeah, just as long as we keep him fit. He's just prone to an OB injury now, or sweat and blood the other day when I seen him getting injured. And I thought, oh, it's going to be a bad one, that's him out again. But thank God, and now you get up and you roll it off.
Big Chris in there. Then beside him, Big Shane.
Yeah, Big Shane. A wee bit of confidence coming in the Shane's play.
Obviously, when they're saying that before this is what we needed, an massive centre half to go in there beside Julian and Ayer for the 3-5-2. It didn't work out. Is it still working out? I don't know, but these last two games he has been assured of himself. Above average. He has been.
Yeah.
And it was delayed for him to get that goal. So it was.
Yeah, I'll just confidence the word good.
Because I don't want to see someone, you know, who's very popular in our national team to come in and do well in Celtic. You would always like to see an Irish player in the Celtic first team.
You think, does he over try and it just doesn't come off?
I kept on thinking myself, you know, Brighton playing against Man City or Man United is one thing, but playing for Celtic is totally different pressure than playing against them type of teams.
Well, he knows the every game. You know what it's like up in Barry, some of them boys up around that area. Big Shane will know he has to perform and has to look good to justify himself at home.
Yeah.
So
hopefully a trophy under his belt will give even more confidence. Left back, he can start Sunday against Kilmarnock, but I'll go with Diego because he's been our most consistent player this season. If Taylor starts and he ain't fit, I wouldn't really mind, but Diego is head and shoulders above Taylor in every department, so I would hope that it is Diego Laxo.
Diego, I'd get the money out now, get him bought and get him signed up.
If it is £4 million, it would be £4 million.
It will be an absolute steal. That wee lad looks so committed to us.
Even for the games that will happen when he still gets 100%. But if he's here for second round and he's got a plot like that,
yeah, I just fear that other clubs may be looking at him and see how he's developing. It's something, you know. And in the World Cup, he get named as the biggest left back in the World Cup, and we have him out of our club. I just can't understand how he's been looked over. And
if he's sorry that we have him in the stadium, I appreciate him. He hasn't experienced that yet.
Yeah, he will become a little bit of a cult figure.
Yeah,
he seems like a nice guy.
Against Surf Americans, Friday off the Craic like that.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we'll get Laxalt in. As I say, Taylor, if he isn't fit, Taylor is more your traditional left back, as in staying back and he's not really accurate going forward.
Playing that race game on Sunday, he did what he was told to do. Yeah. Still can't cross the ball, but he totally still did totally.
He is a good lad.
But I hold him midfielders. This is the major talking point in it. Well, we'll start off with the obvious one.
No, it's when we were talking about it yesterday. We were going, can you leave it? Of course we can, because you know what I mean. This is world record stuff, and it's not for passengers.
Yeah,
and it's not to give somebody like the swan song of their career.
But I'll start with the most obvious one, and the person I think should either Celtic at Hampton, Callum McGregor. You know, I mean, he's first name on a team sheet for me. Like, guy can do everything. Like.
He is a great player, but you have to give him that. You know, he's been lost in games recently. I think it might be the setup of the squad. But he is your first in the team sheet. He's the engine of the midfield.
Yeah, his passing is just
unreal,
and he can get a odd goal in there.
Yeah, and you know what I mean, we're missing the wee goals that he does.
I do think he should be playing further forward. Obviously, we've got someone else in that room now who's really exciting this, but working on with him in a wee minute.
Yeah.
It's been a debate for since last Sunday. Is it Sorrow or is it Scott Brown? And I think the majority of the support is set on Sorrow.
Yeah, Sorrow is the name that goes down in my probably one of the first names.
Yeah.
Because his work rate is just unreal. Just watching him against Leigh, we're going, you know what I mean? The answer was in front of us the whole time.
Yeah.
And he just
lost it. First start and all. And he done that. He just looks like a player who would give you a 6 or a 7 every game. He would just quietly go about his business.
Yeah, he done a block in the game, and he was, you know what I mean,
just threw his body in front of him.
Just threw his whole body, and where he was positioned at the time, the guy was setting up to have a dig at goal. You just seen the determination in him to get there and to make sure that was blocked, and I went, wow.
Yeah.
What a hard one that's you know what I mean? Is he doing this in training? Of course he is. I think it was just for a way there. I think Neil found himself in the rut of just warning the old boys.
Yeah, can't trust in Scott Brown. Listen, I do think Scott Brown is going to play a part tomorrow.
You lift that trophy again.
But if he needs to come on as a sub, he's done it twice this season and turned games around. McDermott Park against St Johnstone in the grip came on, changed the game 1-2-0. Even at Pataudry, I know we're due free each, but him and Griff came on again, changed the game, and went 3-2 ahead. Then, you know, at that period of time, again, we were just shooting ourselves in the foot at every possible moment. But listen, if he comes on and we're winning narrowly, he'll be the person to win the game for us.
Yeah. Right, so what are we going next here?
In behind the striker, I think it speaks for itself, David Turnbull.
Turnbull, what can we say? It's another thing that the two of them coming to the fore, the cream rising to the top over this last couple of weeks. Turnbull has been just for a couple of games under his belt. It's like he's always been there.
Yeah, it's just people have been crying out for him to start ever since he came here. I think it took a wee while for him to settle in. I think that game, the one I was talking about against St Johnstone, he did start that game and he went very, under the radar, but these last 2 games, you look at Christie's balls into the box, it's not even getting past the first man. Turnbull, first one against Leigh, Julian, goal. Kilmarnock at the last Sunday, ball in the box, Duffy, goal. And then the one where Ayer comes up and he has a wee chance on the edge of the box, safe foot, goal.
Yeah. Definitely a breath of fresh air. He's given us such a lift because, as you know, over the last few weeks, supporters weren't happy at each other's throats. Online, it was absolute poison. Honestly, between all ourselves, the people trying to get points across, then it gets nasty and people are writing nasty stuff. And it goes to show you that there's a lot of support out there, pretty fickle. I see a lot of people online trying to explain things in these sorts of ways. Then it just takes one person to run in and fire in the grenade of a derogatory comment, and it all goes. I took myself off a lot of Celtic sites as well this last few weeks, but the same with that performance here of 2 games seems to have calmed everything down.
Even with the protest last Sunday, as much as it was essential, that we're very annoyed, especially me and you, and probably people watching the season.
Yeah.
The voters that haven't been treated fairly, but even to see the players welcome, or not the players, the fans welcome the players into the stadium, clapping them in, singing the songs, and probably giving them a hell of a motivation going in there, knowing that yes, we're protesting, but we're 100% behind you.
Yeah, 100% behind the team. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? There's board issues there. Yep. We'll set them all aside this weekend, and we're going to back the team and get us over the line here. Get the first trophy, get the medals around the necks of these players that do them the confidence award to good, because you know what I mean, this ain't over. There's a long way to go here, and you know, a bump in the road has been hit there during the week. I think the buddies delivered it, and you just never know. We've been through this so many times. We don't like, I don't know, because I've been through it loads of times. We don't like being in this situation. You, growing up this last lot of years, haven't seen sort of tight races. Maybe last year it looked a wee bit dodgy.
I do remember the last time they won the league. It was pretty tight. I do remember after it.
Oh, do you remember?
Yeah, they won the Rugby Park by a point or something. But
yeah,
I think I was there to let them again. Like all the Inverness were on top of the
I know, no negative stuff today. Right, we're in the middle of doing our team here, so we're up the Turnbull.
Yeah, but yeah, the front three. I think the right hand side was between either Christie or Frank Long, and judging by the last few games, seeing that he probably will be fit for the game, I think it will be Jeremy Frank Long to take over, because Christie has been very, very, very inconsistent this season. Yeah, and so has Frank Long. Not going to be able to boost there, but he's, messing with 2 equals there.
Yeah, there's probably the more edge,
the pace wise to get in behind.
Yeah, Frank Long, he's just got that wee bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say Christie doesn't have it either, but it's just I don't know, it's confidence issue.
It's just this. He's not a winger. He's not a right winger. I know he scored up class goal against Aberdeen coming in off the right, but that's just not his position at all.
Yeah.
Not for me.
So Geronimo, we're putting Geronimo in.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Left hand side, I think one of the first names down the team sheet, probably one of our players of the year, Mo and Lucy.
Yeah, well, he's, you know what I mean, for a few games there, he just cleaned off the ball, he just disappeared in the games, a few games.
The quality is there.
The quality, you can see that he is a great player. He is. Yeah,
that's another one for the shuttle list from the summer. Like if we hopefully turn this around, Forker the money on him, him and Laxall.
Well, what do you think Southampton will look for him? They bought him for
16 million, yeah. But obviously Southampton can easily go and buy someone for 20, 25 million if they're selling money. Like, hopefully
well, we've done them a few good deals in the past.
Hopefully they give us 2 good deals actually.
Yeah. Well, who's the latest one that Southampton been chasing?
From us?
I
think Franklin also.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not getting rid of Franklin anytime soon.
Yeah, so.
But Ellie Lucy, anyway, I mean, when I think of the quality, then 2 goals against Leeds, the first one especially.
Yeah, excellent.
And then, it's just give that boy some space, a chance to shoot, it's going in.
Yeah,
even
just
close quarters, dragging people in, getting the skill moves past them, and driving on. That's just what I like from players. That's why I was having to go. If anybody watched this, I was really having to go with James Forrest a lot because he was, even Frank Long as well, during the Rangers game, was not pressing and driving at fullbacks. And that's what a winger needs at Celtic. You can't just sit back and pass it around. You need to drive up and get behind them, get in the box.
Guys, during lockdown, he God love him, he took it as a total dislike it.
Not dislike.
James said, come on. You were getting hammered into him.
Yeah, because he wasn't good enough at the time.
Yeah. But when we were going through this bad period here, and we were all going, I wish James he was fit. After that, there's Frankie. Yeah. So Moyes in.
Yeah.
So we're going to play up front. Big dilemma here.
No, there is no big dilemma. It's Edward every day of the week.
I chose Edward personally myself, but I don't know. There's just the spark of Edward is gone.
Edward starts no matter who's on form. Edward's still the best striker in Scotland. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I know he's been off the boil, but he's still not player. And he just needs to find, like you said, just needs to find that spark, and it's been there. It was there against Milan. It was there for the goal against Prague. We can all see it for ourselves. The quality's there. It's just people need to be giving them the balls to get into the right position to score the goals. I know he should have scored against Kilmarnock last week when he went through. I think everyone was saying on Twitter, the Edward of 7 months ago was scoring up there, but this one isn't.
Yeah.
He just needs, you know, a wee fluky goal to get his confidence back up and going, because you don't want to end up like other donkey.
Well, when you have Sarwin turn ball control and just
Turn ball,
yeah, crossing the field, you know, it might take us play on a bit.
I read online that yes, the most key passes to Edwards than any other player for the season. The most key passes to him,
Right.
for like goal scoring opportunities. So that keeps coming. You know he's going to score it eventually.
Yeah.
But even I put down here, it's going to be a strong bench on Sunday.
And 5 substitutes.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
And there's they're trying concussion substitutes for the first time in the cup final.
Right.
So if someone gets a concussion, you go out and make substitution, you can you're at home or something like that. There, I think Chris Sutton has been really at the forefront of this here as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably something that should have been in football years ago. When you think of which way rugby has evolved and a lot of stuff with the communication between referees and looking over tackles.
You think like Julian always gets it for a few headlocks like.
Yeah, Jules has got his first share of them. I've never seen bumps coming people a man's head. And Julian, it's like one of them Looney Tunes cartoons. He hits it out of the head and just.
Like Christie's one in the semi-final last year against Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was bad. You think of the injuries that some of us have. I heard the bad facial injury.
I think
Christie was the same.
The worst one I've ever seen. Daniel Maestar with the cheekbone.
Yeah, his cheekbone had totally collapsed in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're going on about injuries.
But
so what about the strong bench?
The strong bench, however, written down here, obviously have 3 strong strikers on the bench: Polish Paddy, Griff, and Ayeti. Whoever comes on, you'll be confident in him trying to get a goal. I know Ayeti hasn't scored for a wee while. He's been off the cuff a wee bit. He reminds me a wee bit of Gary Hooper, to be honest. Like, he's just lacking a bit of pace.
It's Gary Hooper, but without the goals.
No, but when he does score, he's just in the top penalty area. He's just waiting for something to drop. He's a penalty box striker. He's not like Edward. He's going to take the ball and run at you. He's the one who wants to hang about and look for goals, which is something I think we've lacked for a wee while.
Yeah. He looked good in those first 2 games. We thought, we'll bought a great player here, and then it's, I don't know, I keep saying that, and I don't know what Celtic guys are like this, but I think you can instantly see a good player, even when a good player doesn't play well. Which so many duds, as you well know, come through the doors of Celtic Park, and I've been alright calling them. That's instinctively when you've got a good player coming through the door. And I don't know that it's out with me.
The juries are, but it's a hard season, it's hard to, feed people.
I know, we've got to take in the full picture here of the season, but
the pandemic,
yeah.
You're going to have Griffer, who, he plays off a lot, he's number 1 fan. Of course, Celtic has favourite players. Griffer's shocking surprise.
Griff he's a good lad. He has it at heart. I know he's had his issues, and mental health is at the forefront of a lot of things nowadays. And I think the young lad has a lot to cope with, because he gets bombarded in social media about his lifestyle and stuff. I know he takes part in social media stuff, but he is a decent lad. He communicates with supporters, keeps them in the.
That does a good lad. He's a good player. I didn't expect him to come back from what Lennon said in the summer, but then it's been really. But when he has been called upon, he has showed the quality. Fitness levels might not be there, but when he has been called on, he has scored in the big games. That goal against St Johnstone and the goal against Aberdeen was just absolutely cracking goal in the top corner.
It's still there in him. So best of luck with Griff. I hope he gets some stage tomorrow.
A penalty box striker. A striker he plays off the last defender, and you have Polish Paddy who just plays everywhere.
Yeah, Polish Paddy is another one that's the potential's there now.
Yeah.
He's just got to think about the next and work hard.
Maybe just score a wee bit more goals, I would say.
Yeah.
Even that one he scored, I think we were sitting here when we were doing one of our shows during the summer, and the train was just back, and I showed you the picture of Paddy, and you're like, Jesus, he looks buffed up, like he's done so much work over lockdown. And it just shows that goal against St Johnston, where that boy just comes in and he just hits him straight back up, goal.
Yeah, goal. Yeah, and that's what we want to see. We want to see a bit of toughness come into our play.
Big Eastern European brute up front.
Yeah, yeah.
With the skinhead and all.
He is. He does look the part. I have to get it from him. He does look the part. So we'll want to see it replicated onto the pitch.
Obviously, we mentioned Rooney will play at least a part off the bench if he is to come off the bench.
Yeah, yeah. I'm disappointed if he does start tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think. He's been a great captain, great servant. I don't think anybody would put a bad word to say about Brown. He's been a leader for us. But we all get older, and sometimes the legs.
I'll be sad to see him go, but
the main's telling you what to do, but the legs just can't do it.
I don't think he'll leave Celtic completely. I think our coaching role's there for him.
He's become an actual club legend, iconic. So let's hope tomorrow that all be on well, that he plays part and plays part as a captain.
Two more from this one. Christie could be a good super sub to come on. Maybe if we're looking for a goal or whatever. Hopefully no, it's just people to come on and see our game. But yeah, Christie to come on. Hopefully play in this natural position and not as a right winger.
Yeah, I know. There's so many of our team have been put out positions over this last few months. You just can't. More watching them on TV. I know you're probably like myself. You're all screaming at the TV. I mean, these players are not in their natural positions. Christie's been one of them.
Yeah, just even stupid things Lennon is telling them that start hitting the ball if you were to in the box and he's like 30 yards out and they're just going at the rows out. It's just it's good to watch, and the set pieces ain't good to watch. That's why Turnbull's just made us all, starting to love Celtic again.
Yeah, all without doubt. Right, anybody else like?
Tom loves the cup final.
Yeah, I was going to come around to favourite cup final moments. And I've seen a few in my day, 51 years in this earth, and I've seen a few great cup final moments.
What's better, a cup final or 2017 cup final?
See, for different things, I mean, you beside me for Tom's goal. Then when you look back at the 88, I was starting to travel on my own, and what we done in the 88 Cup final was just, we knew we were playing well, could we get back into the game? You've seen so much in football, teams just holding out to see it out for 1-0, and we turned that game on its head in a matter of a few minutes. It was a smashing day in Glasgow. The sun shone, the head was burnt, and with a few wee tipples of, I can't remember what the choice of drink was even back in the day. Could have been buck fast, but what a smashing day that was. I remember that for all the great reasons, because of the Premier League season and just an outstanding day. But that would have to be probably my favourite cup final. But a few years ago for the Invincible season, I think we all collapsed, didn't we? And tears, and I think it was all around, because what an achievement, you gotta say.
It's just another treble.
Yeah, and even the opposition goalkeeper tomorrow, dropping to his knees with his head in his hands. I think it was another iconic moment. Looking back the next day and sort of flickered through the just not really papers anymore, but the online stuff. I just seen Craig Gordon just.
He drops his knees and softness somewhere.
No, I don't. Well,
I saw a few words to say, so don't feel like I'm in a few past them,
Oh, yeah, these players they're winners. He's got a winning mentality.
But even on the hearts, like I was just looking at them. It's been a half decent start to the season for them. I mean, they're top of the league. I seen they got beat by Dunfermline, and they were put out of the cup by Alloa away, and it was a 4G pitch. And no one's a big fan of traveling away to Alloa, but Alloa's beat them. We should be going in and hammering these championship side we're playing here. That's remember, no matter what.
It's a cup final. Cup finals are levelers. I mean, you see very few one-sided cup finals. So hopefully,
the League Cup final last year.
which is just total concentration.
So the League Cup final last year is right one second.
Right. I know they had the positive talk here, definitely.
I bet it's positive because we won.
Yeah, suppose so.
And their last game before they went to playoffs, they won 6-1, which is really motivating for them going into the cup final.
Yeah, but the good thing about us, like, leading
he's been
plan and the
top of the league.
French league.
Top of the league.
Yeah. I tell you what, we looked good. We looked as if, I mean, we were better in that team. Although that, of course, we were, but I mean, we looked.
We just took our chances, I would say.
Yeah. We looked the ticket. Then our confidence booster with the next result, and now here we find ourselves in the Scottish Cup final.
I was just looking at a few of their players. Obviously, the main person would be Boise, which obviously we know a lot about.
We know Boyce. We get back of our hand. As I say, we would go and watch Cliftonville. We're not over watching Celtic. And Boise was Cliftonville as a youth player. We watched him develop. Werder Bremen came in for him, and he went over to Germany for
a year.
He done a year in Germany, got homesick, and came back to Cliftonville and gave us 2 great seasons.
2 big championships.
2 and back-to-back championships, and League Cups and County Adam Shields. He just ripped up the Irish League with, I mean, another striking partner there. And honestly, getting off the Celtic subject, to watch these two, Joe Conley and Liam Boyce, just between them, I think in the season they got 66 goals. The 2 of them are just the telepathy of 2 players on a pitch. I know it's Irish League football, but it's still a decent standard. And to sit and watch these 2 on any given sort of Saturday afternoon was beautiful to watch. It really was.
It was.
Yeah.
Probably the best player in 10 Irish League football, but
you're right.
Yeah, because he's went on and done it. He's went the top goal scorer in our league before us counties, went down to England and done it. I forget who he was with, like Burton or something. I remember watching Sunderland until I died, and he scored a row against Sunderland or something. Then he's gone up to Hearts, started off well, especially with that goal against Rangers, and then I guess you have to say they're all lucky with the relegation. That's none of their fault, really.
I know that. But the Boyce would be.
One to look out for. Did he play against us before back there? I know we'll be playing.
Four. I think he did.
Yeah, we'll be in 5-0. But anyway, put down Craig Warren as well, because he's going to be up for trying to get one over us after all the stuff that went on during the summer with the contract negotiations and everything, and breaking down. Yeah, I thought it personally. I thought it was time for going out into the pasture, because a new podcast was coming in, and obviously didn't know how that was going to go. This went pretty terribly. And Scott Gale had done good. Obviously, Connor Hazard's came in and done a really good job. And obviously, there's talk of Fraser coming back in January, which I guess regardless of what happened, I guess you were going to hear it in January. But I think he made a really few good saves in the last one against Hibs in the semi-final game. You lost him.
Yeah.
He put off some cracking saves in that one.
He's still a great goalkeeper. That's why he doesn't have a great day tomorrow.
He's a good shot stopper. He's a good passer from the back.
Well, we know his weaknesses, so let's hope that our team are on top of it tomorrow, and our strikers know what to do. I'm sure many of our strikers put a few classes in training, so If anybody, we should know is their keeper quite well.
And obviously we'll have two big enemies tomorrow, probably in our lineup, Naismith and Holiday.
Yeah. I think I would sit and listen to the Naismith and again on the PLZ show.
Maybe listen to Holiday and Open Goal talking pure muck.
Yeah. Well, we've all had our fun with Holiday over the years. It's just a pity we're not in tomorrow for a slag and run towards them.
Yeah, but them two will be up for and get one over us.
Yeah, they'll be trying tomorrow. But on paper, looking at that team that we've put together, Hazard, Taylor, Duffy, Jules, Ayer, Sorrow, Calmack, Turnbull, Frank, Boy, Haddock. You know what I mean? On paper, that is the best team in Scotland.
Yeah, it is. It is. No matter
what
anyone else says from any other side, it is on paper, but
it's
format the minute is saying otherwise, but you feel it for yourself.
You know what I mean? I have a feeling that we have turned a good corner here, and you know what I mean? And the confidence is lifted a little bit.
I think people were a bit too quick to say after the Aberdeen game that we turned a corner. I didn't personally think so. The first half was really good. Second half, we sat back and we were pretty lackluster, and then we went on even a worse run of form up until the league game. But I hope you're right though. But the league game was big for just getting the win. Kilmarnock was big for getting the 3 points. This will be big for confidence, the cup, and if there's a certain result that goes our way today, things could be looking up a wee bit, but stay calm at the minute. Stay calm.
We're all calm now. It's massive day tomorrow night. We're all travelling to Scottish Cup finals, which we've a great role of going to over this last few years. What's sort of heading to the match, and it's like a big day out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When we all leave here, I think the last couple of times we've done overnight stays in Glasgow. But and I was having a wee laugh with some of your sort of generation of what they bring to football games. And I was going through the cupboard in the house, and I came across a bottle of this gear. I think it's been in there a few months. The old Mad Dog, the LMD 2020. Is this the typical choice for your generation of going to the football games?
Not what class I would see in the session a lot. Like,
yeah,
even people sneaking it across the European away games in their suitcases. Like,
yeah, I've noticed. I've seen a few suitcases full of it back from European trips.
Yeah, I had a bad experience with that at the played away game in the season Scottish Cup.
Oh, did you? Yeah. You fell asleep in the toilet in the boat.
Yeah, that's things like that.
The first time. Used to do that regularly when they were a child.
Yeah,
driving me up the walls, couldn't find them on the boat. Nothing worse than that. Your child just, it's run up and down the boat. It's great. Then you can't find them. Then you start to panic. Then the next thing you find sleeping in toilets and underneath chairs and the usual stuff. But Celtic days, we're a wee bit more refined. It's a typical choice. Talking about alcohol, it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning, which that's all right for us, especially travelling early. Drambuie, yeah. Big thanks to Daisy McDonald who got me sort of loving this gear. I know it's brewed by Charlie on the back. I know you read it, but good gear. That would be sort of typical choices. I mean, coffee,
even going to the coffee all day, like, especially as a good day, just handling, like, just the running track just annoys it for me because we're always behind the goal, and it's just even that time with McGregor scoring against Rangers when we had that there, that we must be in coffee.
Yeah, I had a wee coffee at that game. I was quite enjoying it.
The most satisfying goal in football history.
Yeah, and I sort of seen it in slow motion that I had this coffee. It was quite, I had a few modifications done on it, and as McGregor scored, it just disappeared out of my hand, and I could see it going in slow motion, but the whole place was battling.
What a goal that was.
Yeah.
Even the start of the ball hitting it in.
Yeah, when you watch it on That was so easy that day.
It was even for it was easy.
Yeah.
No one done it 5 next week.
Absolute stroll. An absolute stroll.
That way they get back to doing up there, strolling past them. But it's all about cup final this weekend.
It's all about cup final. So talking about cup final, the very first cup final that Celtic ever took part in was in our very first year, 1888. It's called the Snow Final.
Right.
And we were getting beat 3-0. The game was abandoned. And what they did was set up a replay. It was played in February 1888. It was replayed, and we lost our very first Scottish Cup final way back then. I think it was 2-1.
It was a Queen's Park or something.
No. The very first one, 1888. Let's see. Yeah. No, it wasn't Queen's Park. It was. Hang on. I got it here. Third Larnac. There you go.
They don't exist anymore, don't they?
No, they're just like Rangers. They have a sort of liquidate and fall off the face of the earth. But that was our very first foray into the Scottish Cup, and now we're at 39.
Hopefully 40.
When we got up to 40, which of course will held the record for Scottish Cup wins this last number of years.
What was your first cup final? Scottish Cup final?
88.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
There's been so much.
Jim Mervyn here in Belfast, I'm sure one or two is be familiar with Jim's travel over the years.
I'd actually be surprised my first one was last season's. So it was, because I've missed the previous ones due to exams.
Oh, yeah.
I missed Tom's one, and I missed the double treble one.
Yeah, doing your education.
Yeah. Probably, well,
His
not
mother very hard on
not
it.
not the best one. It was a good one to pick, but I probably would have picked the Tom one over anything.
Right. Tom's final was just majestic.
Best Celtic team to that game, that was, I would say.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the team that Brendan Rodgers built there was just immense. You don't realise how hard it is to go through a season and not take a defeat. And he did it. He did to this team. That team will forever. I don't think we'll really appreciate it now. See, another 7-8 years down the line, she did that wee bit over. Yeah, it's gonna be up there by the Lisbon Lions.
Yeah, I think they are. I think I put them in top 5 greatest Celtic teams of all time.
We talked about our greatest Celtic teams. We discussed that in one of our shows. And the Invincibles were for the centenary team were there.
Yeah, I think we put Lions UEFA Cup final centenary team. No, Invincibles centenary team.
Yeah, that would be about right.
Again, I guess have to put in the Love Street Boys are as well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And the team has to have Danny McGrain on it,
Danny is just an absolute
gentleman. Even speaking of Scottish Cup final, you're still giving them that 1980 Scottish Cup final goal, are you? Or are you doing the George McCluskey final?
No, I give it to Danny every day of the week. Yeah, George McCluskey. It was just a reflection of George. I had a pleasure meeting George there. That's so long ago too. Another absolute stalwart.
It's not so Danny put a video up on Twitter for the charity event so he did with his Love Street shirt.
Oh yeah. That has to be my favourite away shirt of all time. As you know, you can look around here, I absolutely love my shirts. Thank God that anytime I had a Celtic shirt, I kept it. Then throughout the years it says I'd love to display them in some sort of way. And this is part of the garage here that you're looking at, and all around us, right down the back. I have all the Celtic shirts throughout the years, and I'm running out of space. I'm absolutely running out of space. I haven't even counted how many shirts I have in here, but we go way back right up in the corner. We started off Toffs that made the remakes of the original 1888 white shirt with the Celtic cross. We'll have it. Then we'll go into the verticals rather than the hoops. Then we're going to do the hoops, as you know, in 1903. So we'll get them and we'll go down the line here. So we absolutely love our shirts, but I'm just wondering, what's your favorite home shirt out of all the years? And I'll let you have the Adidas period, yeah.
I don't mind this season's Adidas shirt. I think we're all sort of mesmerised when we first seen it. Like, I mean, the Adidas have done it right, not breaking the hoops, just natural hoops going down, and it does look really nice. I would put this season's one down, but I would have to go looking at the 1995 Celtic shirt. This one up here, worn by the Free Amigos.
Yeah, Pure Van Hooydonk.
Yeah.
We wore that in the final against Surgery.
And no, 96, even whatever it was worn by Cadet, the Canyon and probably Tom Moore and boys. Like.
Yeah. It's a nice shirt. I cannot look beyond the centenary shirt. It's my favourite. It's just a great period of my life. And what a team we had that season. I mean, Rangers were starting to spend money. They were, the domination of them was just about beginning, and we were getting into our centenary season. Not looking great, not great bags, and Billy McNeil had brought the likes of Frank and Big Joe Hardy.
Starkey?
Yeah, Starkey.
Oh, I interviewed him as well.
McGee. Yeah, we interviewed. Starkey was one of the best interviews for this.
Yeah. So down there.
And a lovely man. What a pleasant man.
So many good Tommy Burns stories as well.
Yeah, and he gave us so much about Tommy Burns. We absolutely adore Tommy Burns. But the 88 shirt, you know what I mean? It's just a masterpiece.
Even you got Billy to
sign it. I got Billy to sign it. I remember the day Billy McNeil did sign it, and I looked at him and he says, "Is there a problem there?" He says, "You sign right across the badge, Billy." He says, "I'm really sorry about that, son. I'm terribly sorry about that." I sort of took the shirt off and walked away. I went, "Sign right across my badge." But
I ain't forgiven for that business.
I drove with Sherwood Man a few times after that again. I kept saying, "Do you remember the day you signed across my badge?" And Tommy signed it, bless it. And of course, Mac was up there.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a great interview with Frank McAvenny.
That was a lot.
Frank, you don't have to put any work in that interview on Frank McAvenny. You just name an event, and Frank has a story about it, and the crack out of the
no one ever did. Just the 2-2 at Ibrox one with the red cards was a good one.
Yeah, he told us the full story about it, and that's on YouTube. You only got
the 3 bears.
Yeah, and he just Harry winded them up. I think he still said that Terry Butcher to this day has never spoken of freaking another criminal record. Excellent. And he also gave a great story about Alan Ruff, because Alan Ruff is a character within football as well. And Alan Ruff was one of our goalkeepers during the 1988 season, or centenary season, and we were playing a friendly. And as you know, Frank, and he was very honest with us, told us he was doing a lot of travelling from Glasgow to London. And he only come up Friday, up for the weekend for the games, done all his training in London. And he was coming up, and he was, as you know, Frank was Frank, very glamorous. He was up in a lovely leather jacket, pearl leather trousers, and went into the dressing room where everybody was shirt and tied up, the usual Celtic regalia. And Frank comes in there, it's so trendy, look at him with all his leather gear on. And the next thing we're warming up before the game, and Ruffy says, "Yeah, do you want to take a few shots at me, get me warmed up?" And put the ball down and was trying to shut something. And he was looking at towards Alan Ruff. It's not the usual attire you come out to the pitch with, you know. Usually footballers in that season come out with shorts on, the no sort of track bottoms or whatever, warming up. No, but Ruffy did have them on. You know, he just said that, what do I mean, what you're wearing now looks very familiar. And he says, yeah, Frank, he says, I went in and put your leather trousers on. And so I'm sitting getting warmed up on them. So they mucked up the eyeballs, and there was Alan putting on Frank's trousers. And the kind of stuff that Ruffy and Naganelli would have done in the 80s, so it's some cracker to the two of them. But as I say, we're more or less prepared and ready for the weekend. As you well know, that Paul John is, I'm sure it's a logistical nightmare. 12 shows today, 12 tomorrow, and it's going to be so head pickling for him. So please, everybody who is coming on to the podcast today, try and be very patient and keen with him, because we've been doing a lot of stuff in here over lockdown, and it's a logistical nightmare. When we were doing sort of fancy dress nights and live shows and even bingo for the community as well. So please, by all means, be patient over the next 12 hours. There's going to be a lot of Celtic talk.
And if you have it, donate.
Yes, please donate. As you know, all the charities
are 10 grand this morning, I think.
Yep, we're looking at it. So ourselves, we're making up a Celtic memorabilia box. And what we're going to do it, because we've been doing a lot of work with food banks and all here. So anybody that we've been asking for money, we have them fleeced, absolutely fleeced. So what we're going to do is a Celtic memorabilia box. We're going to put it on our Celtic Craic page and on our own personal Facebook pages. We're going to do it with a lottery number. It's going to be £5 a ticket. Give in, bad, and whatever the lottery number is, all the money is going towards, of course, Celtic State of Mind charity fundraiser here today. So please be aware that we're going to be putting that up later on, well, more or less after the show, and we'll give you a few photographs of what is in the memorabilia box. And there's Paul John just back again. Hopefully, we can see him coming out. Yeah, I think we're ready for the next podcast. So the handover is coming here.
No, we're back.
Yeah, we're back again. Yeah, but I'm quite well impressed with the software that Paul John's using here. It's absolutely amazing. And as you know, it's the best Celtic podcast on the internet. I'm not just bumping them up here, but it really is a fine night. Rather than listen to half-time analysis and some games, get yourself into the podcast.
Yeah, I think people should start focusing on fan media now, rather than listening to Chris Boyd at half-time or anybody like that, or even the Celtic ones at half-time. When we were going through the bad patch and trying to big us up when we were a bit terrible, I just want to leave it in criticism and go on and vent. And, Paul John's done it at half-time and brought people on, and it's been sort of good watch.
Yeah, I have to really enjoy the daily podcasts every day, because they talk my language. When I see the likes of Stumpsy hasn't too bad with calling it as it is.
The same with the guy on the back of the shirt, doesn't it?
Stan's been good too. But the likes of listening to Gordon Strachan is like a protection. The way I protect it, I understand that.
He talked more about Liverpool also. He does more Celtic pretty much on past the Parkers, so he does.
Parkers, you see, this is another thing between Celtic guys and Celtic. They're these nicknames. These nicknames and for our ground, it's Celtic Park or Paradise. Coming up with this new Parkers. You'll get your ear clipped.
I hope I got a lot of late search with it.
Yeah.
So I got a message came on the finger. So
I'll get Declan to check the messages there, because we're a wee bit away from the the computer. So that's us going to wrap up here. So big thanks to everybody who has joined us this morning. Don't forget, keep giving. This is, of course, going to some great charity. So from me and Dax, bless you all. Hail, hail, and let's be world record holders when it comes to 4:30 tomorrow.